Last week, you saw us cut 2 giant holes in our boat in order to take out the old engines. We successfully removed both engines and then unboxed and explored our 2 brand new Yanmar 110 horsepower engines. And in this episode, we're gonna put them in.
All right.
It's in.
It's in.
It's in. And take them out.
There were some measurements that were off.
I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Float away. Float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away.
That's my new sink.
So
Yippee.
hopefully
Could bathe the
it has
baby in it.
parts.
I could bathe the baby and I could bathe Kate in it.
I don't have that.
That's true. So what's interesting, as you can see, by the distance from the stove to the edge here, it's about 2 inches. But right here, it's about 1 inch. It's level here, so the kitchen curves inward. So my sink may not fit because I measured it, I think, from this side. That thing's been leaking forever. I don't know what's leaking the sink or not. Okay, so the problem is back here we have this piece that goes all the way across that Keith is calling what, a stringer?
Yeah, it's a stringer.
And it's a, I think it's a critical piece of fiberglass.
It is.
And so when he cuts into it to remove a little bit of it, he wants to make sure the boat's not gonna just fall apart.
Cave in.
Cave in. So we got our good friends at Just Catamarans gonna come by and look at it today.
Yeah.
See what they think. Okay, so this is the messy salon of Zatara. We're right in the middle of engine install. They're cleaning out the engine holds. Keith has new toys. What else you got today?
So we got in the PSS shaft seals, prop shaft seals. So these are super cool. I got these bad boys in. You stick them over the shaft and over the where the shaft comes through the hull, and this goes over that, and then this thing goes right here. And it just sits like that, and that's all there is to it, and it doesn't leak. It might drip every once in a while, but I'm excited about it because it's so easy. It's so simple.
And that's something they're going to put on
They're going to put that
Wednesday.
on when we get the engines in,
Okay, cool.
and
All right,
it's going to be great.
I'll film that
Did
too.
you not yell my name?
Yes, because I didn't know if the laundry was done, so we could turn the generator off.
No, I gotta do
Okay,
2 more of those probably.
all right, good. When will this mess be over?
Do you have laundry?
I already put it down there.
Okay.
I think, didn't I?
Well, I don't know if you did or not.
I don't know. Where's my brown basket? Yeah, it's covered up under all the laundry. See right there?
I didn't know that was your basket.
That's my basket. So what we haven't shared with you is that we now have security cameras on the boat all over in random corners. And Mackenzie, show us that camera right there.
This one?
It's not hooked up right now, but yeah. And then he can set that one like on the table while we're not here, and it can look at all of his instruments and stuff.
For one camera, or
And now they're running some down into the engine hold where the new engines are going to be,
so we can.
so he can see stuff going on down there. Jack's done this before.
I've done it before.
You've done it before.
Jack isn't the only one here.
Jack isn't the only one
I'm the
here.
only one. I'm the one
He's
who
not.
does this for
I
the
can't
boat.
even see you. You're not even here. You're invisible.
I
The
think we should
invisible
have
guy.
Mackenzie
And Kate do it.
fish tape this wire and run it down to the engine room on her own.
Yep.
See if she could do it. That's what I'd like to see.
I'll do it.
That's what I'd like. Oh, gosh.
She's
Okay,
willing.
Finn, you gotta go over there.
Yeah.
I think we might be able to make it work in the middle one. I sure hope so.
What are y'all doing out here? Running wires out here?
We are measuring the wire.
You can let those down.
Are you just measuring?
I'm I'm just cutting lines because all 4 of these are going to go down and I'm going to pull these.
Go down
That's good, Kate.
in the engine holds. That's what he meant to finish saying.
I got it.
All right, we're going to run these cables down into the engine hold that way and into the engine room.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I see it. I see it.
I hope you see where I'm going to. Dad, you wanted me to
Hold
run
on.
through the zip ties?
Just saw it.
Jack?
It's right here.
Yeah.
Okay. This one. The other way.
For the next couple of days, Just Catamarans finished cleaning out the engine rooms and pulled in the wiring harness for the engines, while Keith installed new bilge pumps. All right, and now you've installed a camera.
Down in the engine hold.
Where is it?
It's right here.
Oh, it's just,
It's a limp noodle right now.
gotcha. Okay. And so we won't have to go into the, we won't have to come out here to see if the prop's going?
We won't. That's right. No, this one won't be there, but there'll be another one right over here
Cool.
that does that.
Sweet. So what is this camera going to show you that you can't just pop this thing open and see?
It's going to show me the belts. It's going to show me what's in the bilge.
Okay.
It's going to show me the front of the engine.
Okay. Okay.
You got
Cool.
any problems with that?
I don't. Whatever makes life easier for you, babe. I'm all about you.
It's all about me, baby.
We also had to replace the old corroded seacock valves, so Kate got in the water to cover the holes from underneath to prevent water from flooding into the engine room. And Kate just got her scuba certification a couple days ago. Woohoo! Even though Kate's already done lots of diving, she and Mackenzie both got their open water scuba certification this past week. And she'll need it for her summer in Tonga, which she leaves for in just a few weeks.
There you go. Right.
Get ready with the tape. Leave that there for a second.
She's going to seal it up real good. I gave her some. Oh, I thought she was. A little better. Yeah, it's a lot better. Okay, so what we've done here is we've got everything prepped for the new engines. We've had to make new mounting plates for the engine mounts right here. These stringers were a little narrow, and so they had to widen out the mounting plate for the new Yanmar engines. Just Catamarans had these built, and they bolted down, and then when they'll bring the engines down, they're going to set the engines on these. They're going to line up the engines with the drive shaft, with the prop shaft, and get the alignment and the angle right. And once they've got that right, then they'll test that several times. Then they'll drill the holes and they'll mount the engine. One of the things I did while we had everything out, we obviously painted and cleaned this. I put a camera up in here, and that camera's hooked to my PepLink switch back up there, and I can see the engine belts right here. And one of the other thing I did on my Yanmar engines, I took the protective covers off the front of the engines where the water pump is and all the belts are, so that I can see there. I don't got to take that off. Nobody should be down here anyway when it's running, so having that off gives me access where I can see things, and my camera right here will see everything on the front of this as well as my bilge right here. The other thing I did while all this is out, I put brand new bilge pump in here, bilge pump switches that never go bad. They're not these kind, they're a magnetic kind, and I'll put a link in the description. We're not sponsored by them or anything, but they're supposed to be the best there is. They never break, they never go down. While we had the engines out, these through holes right here, very important piece. We were a little nervous about changing them, but these through holes we changed. We didn't change out the through hole, but you changed out the through hole valves because the valves were non-actuating anymore. And one of the things I did, I took this Corrosion X, and I'm spraying it on everything down here in the engine hole. Valves, hose clamps, everything that can rust, corrode. This stuff kills it. It makes it go away, and that'll help keep this engine system cleaner. And they painted all the way back to there, and so it's nice. It's nice and clean down here, and the only thing I want to do is put some lights down here and get some nice illumination all the way around here, so that'll be kind of cool. First engine's going in at 1 o'clock today. I just saw it on the ground over there, so we're getting ready to do that this afternoon. And tomorrow the other engine goes in, and while they're putting that engine in, fiberglass are coming over there on me and Renee's side to start fiberglassing everything back up. And hopefully, what is today, Thursday? So hopefully by Friday or Monday, fiberglass will be done. and paint it and everything we put back together, and then maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, if there's a weather window, we'll be getting out of here. So Just Catamarans done a great job so far. Haven't had any complaints with them. When they get on it, they get on it, and all the things you can do yourself, you should do yourself. I mean, just like changing these through holes out. You know, everybody's scared about changing the through hole out in the water, and obviously when you go to turn that through hole with a wrench, or when you turn the valve with a wrench, because your valves are no good no more, you want to make sure that it doesn't turn through the hole. You have to be super, super careful that it doesn't turn the through hole going through the hole, because if it does that, now you got to haul out and you got to replace that. So if you're going to do that, you need to know what you're doing. And once again, everybody gets scared. Oh, you open the valve up and water's coming in your boat. Just a little bit of water comes in the boat, not much. I mean, if you're quick, you got everything prepared, you can undo that. Water comes in a little bit. You put your hand over it, you can hold it. It's not like high pressure water, and you can take care of it in just seconds. So it's very easy to do.
But you put Kate down there too to help.
Well, we put Kate in the water yesterday with a bag to put over the through hole, and it was scuba gear, and we didn't really need to do that because if you got everything prepped, it's quick and easy, and you can just get it done.
Huh.
So
Cool.
And now we're ready for engines.
Sweet.
I'm done in engine rooms. I've run all my wires. I've done everything I need to do as a man. I'm getting my yoga in.
Uh-huh.
I think the Yanmars are actually going to be a little skinnier, so I can get down on the sides of the engines better and all that stuff. The other thing I've done on the Yanmars, and we'll show you once they're fully installed, the fuel filter and the oil filter are going to be remote filters back here in the sugar scoop, so I can literally service the entire engine from back there without, except for changing belts and an impeller. I can service the whole engine from back there without, and fill it up with oil from back there without ever having to come in here and touch the engine. So that's the positives.
Cool.
All right.
Right.
All right, so new engines are fixing to go in. We've got a lot of scary points here as to how you're going to hold. Is it going to break? Is the engine going to go in the water? Is the engine going to go through the hole? Is anybody going to be under the engine when it does go through? Is it going to take a leg out? We don't know.
Say those.
Magical times right here.
Okay, you can. Got it.
Up. Okay, that's it. Okay, ease up a bit more there. Okay.
Alright, stop. Just hold it there. I'm gonna get them up here.
Yeah, let them ease it forward, eh? Because it's going to go to the hatch only.
I've got probably a foot in the front.
All right, it's in.
It's in.
It's in. It's sitting.
One more to go.
Yeah, we'll do that one tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And it's at night vision too. So there's no light in there, you can still see.
That's awesome.
Because it's infrared. But I mean, I can see the bill. I mean, when that engine's put, that's about where it's going to sit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
So all I need to do is lift up the camera just a hair, because I want to see this area. I want to see all of that.
Good morning. So something happened. There was a sizing issue, and they have to take that engine out and do something and then put it back in. So they're going to take it out this morning, hopefully fix whatever didn't fit right, and then put it back in this afternoon, I hope. Okay, so we've got the red line is attached to a Treco out there, and I never did film that. I didn't know that. So that's how they're getting this out. And then they're attached to our mast, and Keith is over there on the winch. Here she comes.
So we had to take the engine. We were going to fit the engines yesterday, but once we got one down there, they realized that there were some measurements that were off, or something was not quite right, and they've got to cut the stringers down that the engine sets on about 2 1/4 inches, so the engine will be lower. The Volvo engines were lower mounted than than the Yanmars are going to be. So they've got to do some fiberglass work on the stringers today and tomorrow, or today. They'll probably have it all done today, and then tomorrow, or actually Monday, we should be going back in with engines. So not a big deal, just cost a day or two. But all right, Colt.
Cool.
Back it up.
Yep. Okay, so what are you doing here?
We are putting a bolt rope on here so our cushions stay on better.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
The epoxy stuff.
Oh, yeah. So our friends at Ullman Sales took these cushions and put this little bar on. So now we can slide them in there, and when the wind kicks up, they're not tempted to fly off. They used to be just, what was there? These little snaps?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
They won't fly off now.
No, I know, that's awesome.
And then the pressure won't be on these straps up here to hold it. This whole thing will be held by...
Yeah, that's awesome. Just one more project till we get done while we're here in Florida. I love our sunbeds. Our sunbeds are a very popular spot for lounging and hanging out.
I went to go pull the packing list. I'm take a
Alright guys, so we're here opening up the Vetus stuff. Vetus Maxwell's provided all the support stuff that goes on the engine, from the muffler to the raw water hoses, raw water strainers. This is what when the engines are picking up water from the sea, little crabs, anything in the water, it goes through these little bad boys. They look like this, and the water comes up through there, and it strains water so it's clean. It doesn't have big particles going through the heat exchanger on the new Yanmar engines. Then we got the outside mufflers that, or these aren't the mufflers, these are just going to go on the outside of the boat where my older exhausts are, and they'll have a rubber thing there. I like that better because the ones I have now are metal, and they can cut a dinghy and they can tear up the dinghy. So that's nice to have. We've got these are the air vents, so you don't siphon out the water every time when your engine's running and your engine runs dry. So this prevents that. And then we got the mufflers, and those are nice little bad boys. Can't wait to put all this together on Zatara once we get the engines in. Vetus, thank you for sending the stuff out when we needed it. So the package showed up here from Vetus and FedEx or whoever the carrier was, damaged the package, and it was all messed up.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't see this kind of service, but Just Catamarans calls me and says, hey Keith, I want you to come over here and look at this package, make sure nothing's broken, because we need to make sure. And that's just the level of service we're getting out of Just Catamarans. That they're aware of things, they're looking at things, they know they're not just a bunch of employees just clocking a check. They're actually concerned about what's going on. Hey, are these parts damaged? So there's a level of awareness here that we've really enjoyed at Just Catamarans, and so it's a really good deal. I mean, I'm liking that kind of service.
Yeah, it's unexpected.
Yeah.
But everything's there, so it's good. All right, picking up the Helms chair cover. Should be done today. Oh, wow, it looks beautiful.
Image for the staplers.
Yep. It's a miracle we found somebody that could actually fix it in just a few days or a week. Everything typically is taken weeks and weeks and weeks, and nobody's got time or they don't know what to do. So this is great.
There we go.
That looks nice. Good.
Perfect.
Good deal. One more thing off the list.
I think it matches. That's right on the money.
Okay, so he's over in that other engine hold. What is he cutting exactly?
He's cutting these stringers down.
Okay.
They were too tall.
Yeah.
And he's cutting part of this out.
Okay.
So set the engine down a little lower.
Gotcha. And then what do you have? New toys?
So the PSS chef seal.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. Saw you open it.
So we're playing with that today. It's kind of a play toy. It's a play toy.
Play toy. It's blue because there's blue plastic over the open hole up there. But a lot of you have asked what we're doing to enable me and Keith to manage the boat on our own. And one thing for sure is those cameras that he put in. You know how you can see the engine room, he can see everything. We don't have to crawl down in here and see if the the props are spinning or the rudders lined up or any of that stuff. So, and yeah, so that should help us do it without kiddos.
That's right. This is right. Get it on here. My bilge is going to start working in just a second.
Yeah. Is that new one you put in?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good timing there, babe. Okay, so the sink that you saw earlier was too big. We can't cut the stringers. It's not recommended. So I sent that sink back and I got a different sink. And now Keith is going to put it in. There it is. It's still big and rectangle and lovely, but just not quite as wide as the other one was. This little project.
And what we're going to do. Okay.
Okay, so we get the sinks out. Now what? Now what?
The key here is going to be to make sure they have this little thing here to go get around.
That hinge. Well, I measured. I think it should go without moving the hinge. I think it fits right between that stringer and that hinge. All right. That's the tap. I didn't like that one either. Always wobbled like that. And there's no sprayer on it. Need a sprayer. I'm a suburbanite woman. I need the right kind of kitchen stuff.
I wonder if a jigsaw would work better. You think a jigsaw would work better?
I don't know what the heck a jigsaw would do.
Let me go check.
Okay. Okay. What'd I tell you? If it's right between the hinge and the stringer. These. Oh. The notches for the mounting right there.
Watch your fingers.
I know.
Let go. You can let go. Okay.
That guy fits perfectly down there. We missed the hinge by a good, I don't know. Actually, maybe it's touching the hinge. But that's okay. Because it missed the stringer back there.
Okay, now let's put the faucet in.
Okay. Sink is granite.
It's not granite.
What is it?
It's just it's colored granite.
Yeah, but it's not stainless steel. No leaks? Oh, I love that. Oh! Okay, the final reveal. It is done. Yeah, I love it so much. These came with it because they sit down in it, but you don't have to keep them on it. You can take them all off. Although I like that for drying dishes and stuff. But it looks so beautiful. Very nice. You can wash. And it does this. Move it over here. Move it out of the way if you need to have that whole space there. My kitchen is finally how I want it to be. Mama is very, very happy. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching till the end. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. That would be great, helps us out. And tune in next week because hopefully we'll put the engines in and keep them in and get them all fired up, and you get to see that with us. So hope you have a great weekend. Subscribe if you don't already, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.